Hello, everyone. This is Jitendra Kumar from podcast Flying Colors, a brief conversation on colors in marketing. Welcome to our third episode. I never get tired of the blue sky. Today, my colleague Avideep will take you on a journey to explore the impact of cool colors in marketing.
You have probably heard of this popular statistic. Most people prefer blue toothbrushes over red ones. Or that the social media giant Facebook's popularity might at least have something to do with the website's primarily blue colored theme. In this episode of the podcast, we ponder on these questions, especially focusing our attention on what effects the color blue has on consumers and why it is of deep relevance to marketing. Our evolutionary history might hold some indicators as to our affinity for the color blue and what it means to us. For much of our evolutionary history, before being confined to drab offices where we worked from morning to night, we lived out in the open for most of our lives. Watching the vast blue sky and vast water bodies relaxed and still relaxes us because the muscles in our eyes lose their focusing tension at such vistas. This is probably why the color blue is associated with being a cooler, relaxing color. It has been shown by researchers that anxiety and tension in oneself slows down subjective perception of time. This may have evolved in us to better respond to the threats we faced as hunter-gatherers for much of our predominant history in order to be able to react better to that tiger just around the corner. It has been repeatedly shown with studies on users navigating websites how the predominant colors used in it distort their perception of the flow of time when waiting for a page to load. In broad terms, hues such as green and blue, which are associated as being much cooler, relaxing, decrease perceived time passed, whereas warmer hues, yellow, orange, and red have been shown to lead people to overestimate it. This also makes sense intuitively. Imagine spending an afternoon in nature looking at the blue sky and after spending hours on end there having no idea where the time went. When we are relaxed or having fun, time definitely seems to go much faster. Similar to the study on the effect of color when web browsing, there have been studies of the perception of flow of time among retail customers, and the results are conclusive. Warmer hues trigger a slower perception of time flow, and cooler hues, by relaxing the customer in their surroundings, have them wonder where all the time went. Blue hues in retail interiors have been proved to promote approachability, which directly translates to greater time spent browsing the aisles, and of course, more acceptance of these long queues at checkout counters in the festive season. And most interestingly, it has been shown to also lead to costlier unit purchases when compared to the control. Now, studies have also shown that different color hues are associated differently as either being more functional or sociosensory. Colors such as grey, black, blue, and green are more associated with functionality, with red, yellow, pink, and purple. These inducing higher arousal among users being perceived as sociosensory. It has been seen that consumers tend to develop stronger affinity for products which categorically match their corresponding type. That is, hedonic products with more sociosensory class of colors and utilitarian products with the more functional class of colors. So now we know this. Blue is the most popular color. Blue promotes emotions such as relaxation, coolness, calmness, rationality, security in the viewer. There are numerous companies which use these colors for such reasons in their logos and brand communication. Blue is a popular color among social media giants such as Facebook and Twitter, which is understandable as they are looking to increase the time spent on their platforms, especially considering the information overload that might turn off most users quickly off their platform, were it not for the relaxing blue and white colored background. Blue is also a popular color among many tech giants already mentioned, plus many others such as Samsung, IBM, Intel, for other reasons in contemporary times. Public skepticism of technology and fear of its ills calls for presenting an image, a front, that induces public trust and calm with the brand. It is for similar reasons that the color blue is also very popular for finance firms, for banks especially, such as Visa, American Express, HDFC, Yes Bank, SBI. The public at large is mostly unaware of how these vastly complex institutions work and may seem formidable, untrustworthy, and intimidating to most. The color blue here induces trustworthiness and responsibility. We also know of instances where brands specifically choose not to opt for the color blue. Take a Meiji brand for example, a social media agency which avoided blue to avoid the possibility of being misrepresented as a conservative and predictable company. Often brands in highly competitive industries such as those in fast fashion retail are looking for its users to make impulse purchases or induce reactions from the user. For this, they might be looking for warmer colors such as red, orange, rather than bluer hues which are more suitable for establishing long-term relationships with its users. Overall, blue hues are an amazing set of colors which are a proven solution for brands looking to establish trust, serenity, calm, and reliability.
That was interesting. I hope you also enjoyed the episode. Talking about enjoyment, going back to nature always feels refreshing. But have you ever wondered how companies use this to promote and position their products? Want to know about it? Stay tuned. Stay tuned for our next episode. If you are green, you are growing. Stay tuned to Flying Colors.